Okay, now we are going to talk about configuring the WLAN. So of course here we have the switch in branch 2. We have the access point and the 2 laptops here. And we're using router 2 for internet access. Now, the first thing that we did was we created the new VLAN. We made it VLAN 150 and we named it WLAN. The next thing we did was we put those on an interface. So we did FA024, and then we configured that as a switch port. We put VLAN 150 on it and configured it as an access port. So next, we configured the access point itself. So that entailed, excuse me. Next, we configured the router. That entailed configuring creating a sub-interface for the wireless VLAN 150. So interface gig 0/1.150. Gig 0/1.150. VLAN 150. Now the IP address is 172.16.150.1. So we did that here. And then we created the DHCP pool for the wireless clients after we put the IP address on this. So we did. There we go. So you can see here that we created the DHCP pool here and excluded the addresses. So we excluded 172.16.150.1 and 172.16.150.5. We named it WLAN pool. We used network 172.16.150.0/24. And the default router we used was 172.16.150.1. And the DNS server was 8.8.8.8. So you can see all of that there. And how we specifically configured it. Next, we advertises the new subnet via OSPF, which you can see down here. So we did router OSPF 10. We took network 172.16.150.0. We did 000.255 area 0 and passive interface gig 0/1.150. You can see there. So that's all the routing stuff that we did so that we can get out to Google via this wireless VLAN. So from these laptops. Next, we configured the access point itself. So the first thing we did was we went to physical mode here. Make this bigger. So we went to physical mode, and then we took, it's not in here, but we took WPC 300N. It must not be here because I already put it in, already dragged it in. But anyway, oh, excuse me. We configured the laptops first. That's my mistake. So configure the laptops first, and then we went to physical mode and went to WPC 300N and dragged that in here. well, and of course, first we powered this off, then we dragged this in. And we did that for both laptops. So that's what we did there. Powered that back on. And now next we configure the laptops for wireless access. So let's grab this again. We went to desktop and PC wireless. And then that brought up this menu here. So we highlighted branch 2 SSID and went to connect. So then that brought up this page. And we entered a password here. So that's what we did there. That's what we just entered a password in there and selected the network that we want to connect to. And then as you can see, we can ping Google from these. Packet traces are slow. There you go. Okay. Okay. And next we configured the internet access for the WLAN. Okay. I kind of talked about this already, but on the router we did access list 1, and we used subnet 172.16.150.0/24. So access list 1 permit 172.16.150.0.000.255. So just allowing anything on that subnet specific, really. Just that. So allowing, like I said, this subnet to be routed to Google, to our internet server anyway. And we also added NTP and switch logging to all network devices. And that's pretty much it. That concluded our WLAN branch.